Hello, welcome to the second month of Tales from Two Trails, The Battle. For those of you guys who don't know what Tales from Two Trails, The Battle is, Tales from Two Trails is the TBR game that I play every single month, and this round we're battling it out between us two as team leaders and you guys who are on either my team or my mum's team. This is my mum, in case you don't know.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie, and I'm Kim's mum, just like she said, and I'm the leader of Team A.
And I'm the leader of Team B. If you would like to join a team, then do let me know down in the comments and I will allocate you a team because we're trying to keep them equal in order to make it as fair as possible. So yeah, you can join in if you've never joined in before. Just let me know down in the comments, like I said, and I will give you a team. Those of you guys who already have a team, you're still on that team until this whole round is over.
You can't switch.
So you're not allowed to switch. You're stuck with either me or you're stuck with mum.
Exactly right.
Hi guys, I'm just going to cut in here before we kick everything off, just to do a bit of a rules recap. So I just wanted to quickly go over the rules because I found that it was a little bit confusing. I think some people were a bit confused about what the actual rules were. So each team each month will have 3 book prompts to fulfill, and for each of those prompts you will need to read a book. So there's no doubling up or anything like that. It's just 1 book per prompt. And if you fulfill a prompt by reading a book, you will gain 3 points for your team. You can actually use books you've already started in order to fulfill the prompts. You don't have to start the book brand new at the start of the new round month. You can literally just be even 10 pages towards the end. And as long as you finish it before the deadline, then that absolutely counts. So this game is all about finishing books. It doesn't matter how much of the book you read, as long as you finished it in between the dates that counts for the month's game, then it will count. If you can't fulfill one of the prompts, then you do have the option to go and steal a prompt from the other team, but that does give the other team an extra point as well. So there are a few other ways that you can gain extra points for your team. So the first way is that every single month, myself and my mum see what prompts our teams have each month. And our challenge is to find a book that works for as many as those prompts as possible. And then once we've chosen that book, if a member of our team chooses to read that book during the game month for one of the prompts, then the team gets an extra 2 points. It's called the group book, but it's not that we all have to read it together. It's just that if you choose to read that group book for one of the prompts that it works for, then you will gain extra points for your team. And it's essentially our job, so myself and my mum's job, to try and find a book that people are going to want to read, because that's kind of the extra challenge as team leaders that we have. We want to choose a book that a lot of people are going to want to read during the month in order to gain more points for the team. There will also be a team activity every single month, and the activity is based on the last prompt that the team has landed on. So both teams will have different activities because of this. If someone on our team completes our activity, then that's another extra 2 points for the team. And then finally, there's one more way to earn extra points, and that is if one of the teams lands on a challenge square, then the challenge goes out to both teams. And the number of points you can gain from that kind of depends on what the challenge is, because all the challenges are of different difficulty levels. So yeah, that doesn't happen every single month, but if it does happen in a month, then each team will do the same challenge and have a chance to win extra points for their team. So during the month, you can submit any prompts, activities and challenges that you've completed between the 26th of one month and the 25th of the next month. So for this round, you can count anything that you've completed between the 26th of February and the 25th of March. So if when the game comes out, you're like, hang on, I've already finished a book that fits that prompt, and I read it on the 27th of February, I finished it on the 27th of February, then you can already count that book. That is absolutely fine to use. So, like I said, for this month, you can count anything completed between the 26th of February to the 25th of March. And I did used to say that the deadline had to be at midnight GMT on the 25th, but I've now decided to change it because that's also a bit confusing. So the new deadline is that when the 25th of March is over, everywhere in the world, that's the deadline. Just so it's a bit more clear, because I know there were some late submissions last time, and I think people were working to their own midnight, which is absolutely fair enough because it is a bit confusing. So yeah, new one is, deadline is the end of the 25th, everywhere in the world. I've created a Google form for submissions this month, and that is because the way that I was getting you to tell me what you wanted to submit last month. It was a little confusing just with the way that YouTube works with its comments and how Instagram works with their stories and stuff like that. I'm just worried that I'm going to lose information. So I've created a Google form this month, so I hope that's okay. So on that form, you'll be able to submit the books that you've read for the prompts, and also you can submit photos for the activities and or the challenges. So that'll be good, and that'll all be in one place for me, which is handy. And it should be easier for you guys as well, hopefully. You can submit whenever you like. You can submit as many multiple times as you like. Just do remember to give me your YouTube handle so I know who you are, basically. I have made that a requirement on the form, but just make sure that you're giving me your unique YouTube handle, which is your @ whatever your name is on YouTube, just so that we don't get clashes if people have the same name. So yeah, you can find the Google form down in the description, and whenever you're ready, you can get filling that out. I did just want to say as well, throughout the month, I will be putting out community posts with point updates, and I will share people's TBRs that I receive and things like that. So if you wanted to get updates and kind of reminders on the fact that you need to submit and things like that, then please do hit the subscribe button just below. I never say this, so I feel really weird saying it. But yeah, if you want updates and stuff like that, I do post on my community tab quite a lot. So please do hit subscribe, and hopefully you'll be notified, or you'll be at least be able to see when I do that. Okay, so I think that's everything. Let's get on with the video.
So many people have joined in. So before we go any further, can I just say a big thank you to Team A.
And Team B.
I'm thanking Team A, you can thank Team B in a minute, for rallying round after I put a little video out encouraging you, because then we just got such a lot of points back in. It was amazing, and we really rushed and we caught up with Team B. But I don't know where it stands now, because she won't tell.
I haven't told
She hasn't told me. She won't tell me.
Mum. Currently the points, well, the last time I updated the points, Team A had 91 and Team B had 93. So let's jump into where we left off at the end of last month. So as you can see, Team Elephants, which representative of Team B, we do need team names, really. We do need team names.
Well, I think mine could be called Pierre Pirates, because quite a few people who are in Team A were referring to them as the Pierre Pirates. So I think we'll just stick with that, because
Pirates.
We're the Pierre Pirates, because he's called Pierre. That's his name.
I know. I didn't do my elephant name poll, which I should have done.
There were some good suggestions.
Yeah, actually, I have the suggestions written on my phone, so let's do it now. Team B is represented by the elephant, who is in the leader of the pack. So let me find the names that everybody suggested. And you guys just let me know in the comments which name you would rather, and then that will be the name of the elephant. And then I guess the name of the team, unless we're just called the Elephants. Okay, so the suggestions, I didn't actually write down who suggested what, so I apologise for that. But we have name number 1, Barbara. Stella is name number 2. Name number 3 is Edmund. Name number 4 is Edgar. And name number 5 is Titus. If you want to vote, those are the 5 names. Yeah, so going back to the board, this is where we left off. Currently, Pierre Pirates are on, what was your last prompt?
It was TBR.
TBR.
Randomise your TBR.
Yeah. Team Elephant is on Wordle. They last landed on Wordle.
That's right.
So now we're just going to carry on down the path. But before we do that, we have to work out which team won for January, February month. The winner of last month will get to roll with a D8 in this game.
You're not announcing it now?
I'm leading up to it. I'm just saying.
She's keeping me in suspenders.
The winner of the last month is going to be able to roll a D8 instead of a D6. So that's like the benefit of winning in a month.
Okay.
It's a very small benefit, but it's there. Usually when I play my TBR game and people join in, I do go through what every single person read. This time, however, it's too much, which is a good problem to have because loads of people have joined in, but I just literally cannot go through everyone. So I'm just going to mention a few things. I'm going to mention who did the activity, who the top scorers were, and things like that. So yeah, just kind of reducing down how much I tell you. Before I say who won, I'm going to let you know who the top scorers were for each team.
Ooh.
So, on Team A, Pierre Pirates,
drum roll,
there were 7 top scorers. So the top score you can get for the game is 13. You can't get any more points than that. And the 7 people were you.
Yay! Me, go me.
Mum got top score. LeeAnna also got top score.
Yeah, well done, LeeAnna.
Sandy S.
Well done, Sandy.
Lis R.
Well done, Lis R.
Oh, I lied. Only 5 people.
Oh,
Only 5 people.
we don't
sorry.
mind. Don't say only. 5's amazing. Well done, everyone.
The last person was Precious. Precious got top scores. Sorry, no, it wasn't 7. So
Well
7
done,
are the
Precious.
number of people that read your group book.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so 5 top scorers and 7 people read the group book.
Right, okay.
Which was good. For my team, Team B, 3 people read the group book, including myself. And you read the group book, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. The top scorers were myself, Christine from An Autistic Reader, and Whitney from Timberer's Den. So yes, come on guys, top scorers.
Well done. Top
I
scorers.
literally became top scorer like with 2 hours to spare.
I don't think she's ever been the top scorer in
No.
this game.
I
So
always-
putting in a little bit of competition has pushed her in that direction.
I literally have never finished all the prompts in this game.
No.
I don't think ever before. So yeah, although yeah, usually there's more prompts I'm supposed to fulfill, but still. I'm going to cut in a sec and show you who did what for each activity. But for the activities, Team B had 14 people do the activities.
Wow.
And Team A had 9 people do the activities. So,
well
yeah,
done,
thanks
though.
to
Well
you
done
guys.
to everyone who took the trouble to do
Yes,
it.
exactly.
Mine was harder, I think. I try and pick
you've
an
gotta-
easier
you've
one
gotta
for
think
February.
You've got to think of easier ones.
I'll think of an easier one.
Right, so I'm going to cut now to show you who did what in the activities. Okay, so first up, let's go over the activities for Team A. So Mum completed the activity. She did a pet pick, and Splodge chose Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy. Then we have Bookworm Lynn, who used this really cool way of doing it actually. So she wrote with a crayon on white paper, and then mixed them up, and then used watercolours to paint over one of the pages to reveal the book that she had to read, which I really enjoyed. And the book that was chosen was Legendary by Stephanie Garber. Then Martine from Just Martine, they chose their book on a stairwell, which I enjoyed as well, and got Deafening by Frances Itani. Next up we have LeeAnna. So LeeAnna gathered up some acorns and drew numbers on them, and each of the numbers corresponded to books. And so she put them in this really nice mug, chose one out, and got The Last Quintista by Donna Barbara Higuera. I love that one, so naturey. Next up we got Sandy S, who did a spinner wheel and got The Woman in Cabin 10. I thought I did have a picture for this, and I did see it once, but it won't let me click on the picture again, so I don't know if it was just like a one-time thing. So my apologies, I don't have the picture for that one. Next up we have Brittany from Brittany's Books and Random Things. So Brittany put up a video on YouTube of her choosing out of her TBR jar, and she got A Lady's Formula of Love by Elizabeth Everett. Next up we've got Lis R, who did a spinner wheel while she was at work and got The Wheel of Time Volume 3. Next up we have Abbie from Pink Beauty, who from her bathtub did a spinner wheel as well, and she got the book X's and O's by Amy Lear. And finally we have Precious from Reading Through the Generations, who used a fortune cookie as the prompt for this. So she was out, she got a fortune cookie, and it had lucky numbers on, so she took the average of those lucky numbers, and then using that number she went to her TBR list and picked the book that corresponded to that number, and she got The Land of Forgotten Girls by Erin Entrada Kelly. So yeah, thanks guys, I absolutely loved seeing those, they are so creative. So the group activity for Team B was to play Wordle, and then from the word you got from Wordle was to recommend a book based off that. So I got the word pasta, and I recommended The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. Christine from An Autistic Reader got the word snake and recommended Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Marlene's word was price, and she recommended one of her favourite Stephen King books, Needful Things. Jessica's word was block, and she recommended Fortunately the Milk by Neil Gaiman. Then Mars from Somber Honey Books got the word ember, and the book that they recommended for that was Fire by Kristen Cashore. Then Manny from Reading with Manny got the word alive, and she recommended, well, she would like to recommend any book by the Andes Plane Crash, but in particular Society of the Snow, and the movie. She says the movie as well. Jessica from This Kiwi Reads got the word ether and recommended Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. Cats and Books got the word root and recommended In the Heart of the Sea by Nathaniel Philbrick. Whitney from Timberer's Den got the word stuns and recommended The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Amanda from The Reading and Writing Life and Amanda Plays Sims got the word never and recommended Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. Cristilyn got the word never as well and recommended Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. That's weird that they were next to each other. I didn't realise they were the same word. Ruby from Ruby Reads got the word bulky and recommended her favourite series, also one of my favourite series, which are very bulky, and that is the Life Ship Traders series by Robin Hobb. I completely agree with that, wholeheartedly. Abbie got the word slays and recommended Guilty Pleasures by Laurel K. Hamilton. Marcella from Marcella and Her Books got the word expel and recommended Matrix by Lauren Groff. And then finally we've got Amy, who got the word apart, and she recommended Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And yeah, I also love that book. That was my favourite book of last year. So yeah, cool. So that is everyone. I think that was actually 15 people, including me. I don't think I had counted myself before. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who did the activities, but also to everyone who joined in. It's been so much fun to see all your books and everything coming in all month and seeing what you're choosing to do for the game. So yeah, thank you so much. I am going to list down to everybody's social medias and everything like that in the description like usual. So if you go down to the description, you'll be able to see who's on Team B, who's on Team A, and if they have any social media, then I will add it there. If I haven't added yours there, it may mean that I don't know about it, so just let me know and I can add it in. So yeah, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Okay, so Mum and I, as you just found out, we got the top scores, luckily. So do you want to talk about shows quickly what you actually read?
So the 3 books that I read, and I'm not very technical yet, so I wanted to be able to get a little picture up in the corner.
That's really far away now.
There we go.
You have to move quicker.
Picture up in the corner. I read a book called Crash and Burn, and this was because I had to randomise some music, and so I did it on Spotify, and it was influenced by Savage Garden's song Crash and Burn, and this turned out to be quite an interesting little read. Scottish kind of police kind of drama. With lots of fruity language in it, but I quite enjoyed that one. And then my other book that I got, what prompt
Do you want
was
me
this?
to hold it?
Yeah, hold it in the corner. That's it. Do something useful. Don't put it over your face. Actually, yeah, put it over your face. Good idea. There we go.
No.
And the other one is a Thomas Hardy book, A Return of the Native. Oh, that was from my TBR, and I did finish that, and I really enjoyed it. But had I not been doing it for this game, I may not have got through the first couple of chapters. I won't give any spoilers, but it kept sending me to sleep, so I was listening in bed on Audible, and it was nice. And then the book that everybody was, let me just hold that there, wait, let's just hold that there. There you go, that's nice.
Yes.
Was Radiance of Tomorrow by Ishmael B, which was the global Sierra Leone prompt, and a difficult read in places, but also quite inspirational. So if anybody wants to read, and well done to everybody who got through this one.
Yeah, but actually quite a few people read other books by that author as well.
Oh yeah,
so
they did.
Yeah, those are Mum's 3 books. Okay, and then for my books, so this is probably all out of order, but for my music, randomised music choice, I got the song Feeling Good by Muse. And I chose for that The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson because this was the last book in the series.
Rude.
This was the last book in the series, and I read it and I finished it, and I did feel good at the end. So I knew I would, and yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I can't really say too much about this because it's the 3rd book, but the first book you meet Vin, who's one of the main characters, and she kind of gets in with a load of thieves who are trying to take down the Lord Ruler. That's like the very small gist of what's going on. But yeah, this book was great. I really, really liked it.
And that is a huge book. Look at that. It's a chunky monkey.
Yeah, it was.
Look at that. I'm glad I didn't get that one.
What do you mean? It was so good. Then for my seasonal read, I picked a book called The Dog Who Dared to Dream. So I'm going to put it on the screen here. Maybe I'll just put it over Mum's face, actually.
It's just so rude.
I can't remember who the author is. Hang on one sec. Let me have a look.
I'm going to dip out of the way so she can't get me, because I'll keep moving.
Yeah, The Dog Who Dared to Dream by Sun Li Huang. That's who wrote it. And this book was the saddest book I've ever read.
Oh.
The cover is so cute, and it definitely had winter themes to it, so it fit with seasonal read. But yeah, I wouldn't say don't read it, but be prepared. The whole book is written from the perspective of the dog, and kind of like almost normal things that go on in a dog's life. Like she lives with this dog breeder who sells puppies and stuff, but just really sad. Yeah. So the last book that I read was the group book, which was Hard Times by Charles Dickens, and I actually really like this. I did really like it. This worked for Tweak, and this actually worked really well for Tweak because when you meet the characters, you meet one man who is running a school and he's trying to tweak the way children are. Basically, he wants to stop them from using their imaginations. He just wants them to learn rules and regulations and like run their life that way. So he's trying to tweak society in that way.
But somebody, and I can't remember who it was, but one of your members of Team B said in the comments, for Tweak, can we just read an adaptation?
Yeah, I mean,
of a classic story where someone's just tweaked the story. Why we didn't think of that, and we may never have thought of that, I don't know, but that would have been perfect.
That would have been perfect.
Would have been perfect.
But this worked just fine. It was also could have been used as the group book for seasonal read as well. So, I still haven't told you who won.
No, you haven't told us who's won. So here we go with a drum roll.
Yeah, you got to wait until I find the sheet.
The
I didn't write it down in case you looked at it.
I didn't look at anything.
Every single month I'm going to start with telling you Team A's points. Just so, you know, you don't work out a pattern to me telling.
Okay, so she's always going to say how many points we've got.
Okay, so Team A got 187 points.
Oh my god, 187 points! Woo!
Yeah.
Team A, Team A,
Yeah.
Team A.
Team A got a lot of points.
187 points, that's amazing. Well done.
And Team B got 202!
Oh!
Yeah!
Are you sure you didn't tweak that? And there's a little bit of cheating going on.
I did not tweak that.
Oh, well done, Team B.
Yeah.
Well
so
done.
we get to roll D8 this month. Okay, so let's get playing. Right, so we're going to go, winners go first this time. So I'm going to roll first.
Mm-hmm.
There's our little penguins. And I'm going to roll with the D8. Watch me roll a 1 every time.
Well, we can hope, can't we, Team A?
Okay, let's go. 8!
Ah, fix.
Can you see that? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, it is an 8. I can verify it's an 8.
Okay. Oh, I should have looked what I wanted. I kind of wanted this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is random animal generator. So first roll got Team Elephant. I'm just saying Team Elephant now.
Team Elephant.
Random animal generator. So I found one. So I'm going to put it over Mum's face.
That's so rude. It's just...
As you can see,
she was never this rude before I was involved in the game.
Basset Hound is not the animal. So I'm going to generate another animal. And that's going to be what we have.
Oh, that's not the animal.
Well, I haven't generated one yet.
Well, I thought it generated a Basset Hound.
It did, but I'm going to generate another one. Okay, ready? And...
Right, you can't change it. Yeah, good luck finding a book with that in it.
It's a fire-bellied toad.
I mean, I would say, because a fire-bellied toad is probably the only book you're likely to find is going to be a book about fire-bellied toads.
No, but
Just say
that's not
toads.
no, that's not what the prompt is. You don't have to read a book with a toad in it, or even a specific. You just have to use that animal in some way to pick a book. So even if it was like the personality of the animal,
Ribbit.
what toads are known for, or in this case, because it's fire-bellied toad, so you could read something to do with fire as well.
Can I
So
say
it
something?
doesn't have to be the toad, it could be the fire part.
Can I say something?
You can.
I know what toads are used for.
What? Witches.
No. No, yeah, science labs in the UK. No, they're always in fairy tales, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Fire-bellied toad is the animal.
Right, so here we go for the first roll for Team A for this month. It's got a 9 on this, I've just seen it, look. Can you see that's a 9?
You know that's a 6.
That's a 9.
You know that's a 6.
Well, it's a 9 with a hat on. 3. Oh, come on, Pierre. Let's move this out of the way. Come on, Pierre. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it says we win. First prize. It's a nice cup with a first prize on it. So thank you very much. We win. End of game. Charming.
That means to read an award-winning book.
Oh, That's a really good prompt. I like that. Can you write that down for me, please?
I've written it down.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Team A, our first prompt is, luckily, an award-winning book. Off you go.
Easy.
Pick anything you like.
Okay, so for role number 2, I don't know what I want. Oh, I don't want this one. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want another 8 because if we land here, that means we have to switch places with the pirates. So don't want another 8. I'm fine with everything else. Now I'm scared.
8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
3. Okay,
Ooh.
fine. 3. So we go 1, 2, 3. And this is random letter generator. Team B, we got random letter generator, so back on the generator train. Let's do a letter wheel instead of just a letter generator. Let's go, let's pick a letter. Can't see you. It's M! That went on for a really long time. We got M. Basically what this means is that you can either pick a book that starts with the letter M or you can pick an author that starts with the letter M. And I'm going to make it slightly harder by saying it has to be the surname of the author. So the last name has to start with an M or the book title has to start with an M.
And now for the second roll for Team A, I'll just blow on the dice. She doesn't like me doing that. Ready? 4. Come on, Pierre. Let's move that out of the way. Where are we going for a walk? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
And I've landed on P. And is that a potty?
That's a camera.
Oh, sorry.
Is that a potty?
Well, it said P. I thought it was P for potty.
So do you want to show everyone?
Pierre's having a P.
Move Pierre backwards.
There we are. Move there, Pierre.
It's supposed to represent Instagram.
Oh, sorry. It's a camera.
What it means is social media pic. So I'll go through that in a sec. But what if you notice what we've also landed on? We've also landed on a challenge, or you've also landed on a challenge.
Is that what the P means?
That's what the P means.
Uh-huh.
So if you see here.
P. Oh, P. A cosy reading night. Right. Pirates are Dreamland. Our second role was social media.
Yeah, so basically what this means is you just have to go onto your social media of choice. It can be YouTube, Goodreads, Instagram, anywhere where if you're going to scroll, you're going to see a book, basically. And what you do is you scroll through until you find a book that you can either easily get hold of or that you already have, and read that. So it's kind of taking it out of your hands.
Oh, that's quite good. Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
should... Yeah, we do that one, Team A. That's good.
So if you can get it from the library or wherever, you should probably read that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Attached to the social media one, there was the letter P, which is an activity. So this is our...
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. It's not an activity. It's a challenge. That's not the same as an activity. It's a challenge.
This is actually going to count for both teams, so both teams can do this challenge.
Oh, and how many points do your team get?
Well, unfortunately, I've forgotten how many points. I think it's 2 points each, but if it's different, I'll put it up here. I'll put the points here. So if anyone completes the challenge, then they get that many points.
Can you stop pointing at my head? It's very worrying.
For this one, it's cozy reading night. So you basically just have to have a cozy reading night. Set yourself up with some snacks, some nice ambient music, some nice ambience on YouTube.
Create a nice ambience.
Yes.
But
put a lamp on.
We've got plenty of lamps here. Does everybody that does it have to show you proof that they've done it with a snapshot? Or do they just go, yeah, I did that?
Yeah, well, I'll just trust that you did it, I think, for this one.
No, well, then everybody on both teams has got a point, and let's skip it.
All right, fine. Then we'll have proof. You say you don't trust your team members?
I'm saying I don't trust your team members. I think, apologies, Team B, but I think that you have to do something to prove that you've done it. You can't just go, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah. Otherwise, I could just say, this month I read the entire works of William Shakespeare. Give me 500 points.
Okay, fine. On the Google Forms, I will have a section where you can submit a picture to me and then I'll be able to share it. Of course, feel free to share on Instagram as well, but I'm just going to go by the Google Forms as official submissions because otherwise it's too confusing. Okay, cool. So you need proof. For your cozy reading night.
Can't just say,
you don't have to be in the picture. It could just be a picture of your book and a nice cup of coffee or whatever. It says cozy reading night, but you could have a cozy reading morning as well.
No,
Doesn't matter.
you can't. It says a cozy reading night. Will you stop moving the goalpost? She's a nightmare.
Right, it has to be a cozy reading night.
A cozy reading night. Yes.
Right, so let's do roll number 3 for the elephants. Okay, this time we don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't want a 5.
We do.
We don't want a 5.
We do want a 5.
No 5s.
5. No, you've got to do that again because it's fallen out of the bowl.
So I don't get a 1.
Oh no, you can have a 1. Oh yeah, you can't do it again. It's 1.
Alright, I'll take the 1. Sorry guys.
Take the 1.
I failed, but we did get 1-8. So this prompt is to read a book from more than one perspective. Okay, so Team B, our final prompt is to read a book with multiple perspectives. So it doesn't necessarily have to be first person perspective, but it just has to be, you know, when authors write one chapter talking about one character and talking about their thoughts and feelings, even if it's not first person. One of those types of books,
yeah,
basically. So it can switch back and forth between chapters, like Game of Thrones, or like some romance books have dual perspective, stuff like that. That's basically it.
Here we go with the third and final roll for Team A. Oh, come on, let's have a nice big number and go and jump on that elephant. 9!
That's a 6!
Oh, it's up that way, it's 9. Okay, it's 6. 6, where has 6 taken me? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's a picture of a book with a G on it. Is that a G?
Yeah, that's random genre generator.
Random genre generator. Okay, Team A. So our last one is a genre generator. We found a random genre generator. Why did I say generator? There we go. And I've got to choose a book, not a film. Okay, so the little button here, is this appearing over your face?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I hope it's nice and big. And right, generate genre. Here we go.
Oh!
That was just a test run. Let's do it again.
No way! You wouldn't let me get rid of Firebelly
Do you know what?
Toad.
I like poetry. I do like poetry. I've got some favourite poets already. I've got Spike Milligan. He's a favourite poet of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. And that's where it ends. Shakespeare.
Yeah, you do like poems because you
I do
like to
like
write
poems. And I do. I write poems. And I won a prize once because I wrote a poem about Higgity Pies.
Yes.
And they sent me an apron, a Higgity Pies apron. I can't remember the poem now.
I was going to say, you're going to perform the poem?
I would if I could remember it, but I can't remember it. Once I had a little pie. No, I can't remember it. I can't remember it.
Well, Mary
I'll
had
do
a
it
little
next
lamb.
time. No.
And it went in the pie.
No.
No.
I'll do it next time.
Okay.
I'll remember it and I'll do it next time.
And that's it. So as we can see, elephants are still in the lead.
Only by 3 squares. Don't worry, Team A. We'll catch him up next time.
I'm annoyed you made me keep that 1 when it
Well,
bounced
I'm
out.
sorry, but that's the rules of the game. You threw the dice. Not my fault.
You changed the rules.
I changed the rules and then I put them back to the original.
So we're going to go away now and think about our group books, and we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, it's Julie from the future popping in here just to let you know what our team book is this month. So 2 of the picks that we got going around the board, one of them was poetry and the other one was to find an award-winning book. So we're in luck because there's a book by an author that you will know called A. Milne, who wrote Winnie the Pooh, and one of his books, which is called Now We Are 6, is a book of award-winning children's poetry. So that is our book of the month, Team A. Woohoo! It's called Now We Are 6 by A. Milne. Enjoy!
Okay, so after much deliberation, the group book for Team B is Homegoing by Yard Jassy. And the reason I've chosen this is because it can fit 2 of our prompts. So, firstly, it does work for Fire-Bellied Toad because it is extremely bright colours. And when I googled and read on Wikipedia about fire-bellied toads, it said that their underbellies were very, very colourful. And so yeah, this book colour-wise kind of fits perfect for that. And the other prompt that it works for is multi-perspective, and that is because this is a story following 2 sisters who end up leading very different lives from one another. One of them is sold into slavery and the other one ends up being a slave trader's wife. And from what I believe about this story, you follow not only them but also their descendants through the eras, and you get to see how their lives differed from one another since that very first split from each other. So yeah, this is probably going to be quite a difficult book to read, but I've definitely really wanted to read it for a long time. However, the title doesn't start with an M and the author's surname doesn't start with an M, so it can't work for that prompt. But there are 2 prompts that you could use it for if you wanted to, and if you did use it for one of those prompts, you will get 5 points. So yes, I'm looking forward to hopefully get into this one in March. So for Team B's activity, because we last landed on the prompt multi-perspective, the activity for this month is to make 2 people out of your books, take a picture and share it with us. So again, feel free to share it on social media, on your YouTube or on Instagram, but please do submit it officially. Can you please submit the picture to the Google form, and then I can also share it in the next month's video as well.
Question.
Yes?
Are they allowed to cut their books up?
No, well, I mean, you can if you want, but that sounds horrible.
That does sound horrible. That's
Yeah.
don't do that. It's nasty. That's like murder.
If you want to cut your books up, feel
Don't
free,
do
but
that.
I don't take any kind of responsibility for that.
She's not sending you any sellotape to stick them back together
No.
again. Team A's activity this month is quite similar to TB's. TB's? Oh, God. You can get antibiotics for TB nowadays, it's fine. Team A's activity for this month is similar to theirs, but it's slightly different. I'm not getting you to make people out of books. What I'm going to ask you to do is you can pick any genre of book that you've got in your own house, flat, wherever you live, caravan, in your own collection, and to see if you can make a tall tower out of them. So, say you've got a huge collection of fishing books. I don't know why I've chosen that. Then you get all your fishing books out, you put them in a pile, you take a little picture, and you send it to Kim.
So yeah, all I can say now is good luck. Come on, Team B, let's win again.
Oh yeah,
And hope
good luck,
that-
Team A. Come on, your turn to shine. We don't need these people, this bossy person here. But anyway, the good news is, even though Team B did win, so congratulations to everyone on TB. I've done it again. Team B. Looking at the board, the little elephant is only 3 squares ahead of us anyway. So that's fine. So they didn't
That's
get that
because you
far
made
ahead.
me use the 1.
You threw
instead
the
of
1.
re-rolling.
Did you saw it with your own eyeballs? She threw the 1.
We're going to make sure we know the rules from now on.
The rules are that if it's on the board and it's visible on the camera, it stays.
It can be used.
But Kim, was that not always what the rule was?
Yeah.
There you go. See, so I haven't tweaked it, have I? Oh no, not that word again. Don't bring that up.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Okay, so just to recap over, if you are on Team A, your prompts for the month are: number 1, read an award-winning book. Number 2, scroll through social media and find a book that way. Number 3, read a poetry book. Those are your 3 prompts. The activity for Team A is to create the highest book stack you can using only 1 genre. It doesn't have to be really high. Even if you only have 1 or 2 books, you could have it just a 1 book stack high if that's the highest you can get, but the highest book stack you can make out of 1 genre is the goal for that. Then there's also the challenge this month, which is to have a cozy reading night. The group book for Team A is Now We Are 6 by A.A. Milne, and that counts for both of the prompts: award-winning book and genre generator, which was poetry as well. If you are on Team B, then your prompts are as follows. Number 1, read a book inspired by a fire-bellied toad. I still love that prompt. Read a book with a title that starts with the letter M, or where the surname of the author starts with the letter M. And finally, read a book with multiple perspectives. Then the activity for Team B is to build 2 people out of your books in some way. It doesn't have to be the whole body. You could always build 2 faces if you wanted to. Just be creative with this one and see how you go. And finally, the challenge also counts for you guys, and so you also have the challenge to have a cozy reading night. Team B's group book is Homegoing by Yard Jessie, and this book will count for either the prompts fire-bellied toad or multiple perspective. If you complete everything, all the prompts, all the challenges, all the activities this month, then you can win up to 15 points. So yeah, good luck everyone.